What do you do when a popular franchise decides to show a black character in a video game? What do you do when a black character is in an anime, your favorite anime that you're not expecting? Well, you kind of set the world on fire. Here's why. It's so comical to think about because I feel like with every time that there is a black character in an anime or a show that isn't supposed to have the a black person is not, or it's supposed to be thought that it should not be there, it's always met with some type of vitriol. It's always met with some type of like craziness, right? Assassin's Creed is that today, right? Okay, so I woke up to a lot of people just complaining about Assassin's Creed. I didn't even know Assassin's Creed was still making games. I know they made that Viking game, I think Assassin's Creed Valhalla, something like that. I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game, I don't know, since like you had that hooded dude was he in Rome? I think he was in Rome. But this is an anime channel. I don't really cover video games at all, actually, but it's very relatable to the anime context, right? Because when you have things like this, it's meant kind of with the same thing, especially if you have like a black character in a show that isn't supposed to be there, right? Like you have a person that creator decides to insert a black person and a supposed white character, but they swap, right? People are upset, right? People are upset about a imaginary fantasy game, and they want it, stuck to a T. And yeah, so I want to react to this Assassin's Creed trailer, and just we're going to talk about it, right? Because you have a bunch of different people saying like, oh, like there were no black people in Japan, like why? And especially in the feudal Japan area, why is he there? That's wrong. Second, and I'm not a scholar, it's from basic Google searching, like and then people are also saying like, oh, bet, like why is this even a thing? Because the black samurai Yasuke, he was just retainer. Most likely, most of y'all have probably like copy and pasted the same response, because just from a quick search you would see that means something else. So let's react to this trailer, and we're gonna read a couple articles, and I'll get out your way.
Who are you? Who do you serve?
Who are you? I know nothing of the lore of Assassin's Creed, by the way.
Known in my life, our land, our customs, my family burns in the name of unification.
You are still a frog in a well who knows nothing of the sea.
First of all, so far people are reacting to this trailer without having played the game, right? So they're automatically like saying it's going to be suck. It's like it's going to be this woke agenda. It's weird, but first of all, I'm interested to know like if he's the one that is like kind of destroying the village and of her village, like how do they become allies? Like that's what I want to know.
The ocean's filled with new ships, but they all come from the same river. Greed.
Yo, first of all, shout out to the Ubisoft because they didn't go with the Killmonger Michael B. Jordan haircut. This man got locks. This man got he got locks. He doesn't have that, the average, every black game character, video game character, anime character has the same hairstyle. So shout out to them for doing this. This is cool.
Power. Vengeance.
All right, like that. All right, there we go. All right. I feel like this is gonna be a cold game.
Will you continue down that river? Or choose another path beyond what we see?
And we must look for it together.
Interesting. He in the cut though.
He trust.
He look good. He look good as a character.
And follow the blade.
This soundtrack kind of cool though.
I said, who do you serve? We are the shadows
that serve the light.
Okay. Oh man, hold on. Let me go through. Let me go through some of these comments because some of these comments is wildin'. Some of these comments is wildin'. As an Asian, I want an Asian protagonist in African setting. You kind of wild, my guy. Man. Let's see here. We must hide in the shadows. Don't worry, it'll be ghosted by Tsushima. Let's see here. How game publisher says BlackRock, we need money. Interesting. Sure, in the future, people will say that the reason this game gets such low reviews is because gamers are racist and Japanese people are racist and who hate xenophobia. If Yasuke had been made into a dependable senior character instead of main character, there would have been so many negative reactions. I don't think so. Like, okay, to this person's comment, I don't think so. I think it would have been fine. Like, I'm thinking, what game am I thinking of? I'm thinking of Horizon. I haven't played or touched that game, the second one. I didn't even get the first one. But it's like he's a black character, right? He's a dependable character. I haven't got far in the game. I don't know how that game ends or how it proceeds or whatever, what happens to him. But like, I don't think people would have been upset. Like, I think this thing where it's like if you have a black character in an imaginary game, then like people are just automatically gonna like buy it. It's just the thing is that like y'all are crazy. y'all are so upset about this imaginary game with a black character who's probably like he's the second character, but he's probably like the second main character. Like the Asian woman is probably the main character, most likely. I don't know. But y'all are so upset over this imaginary game. Like y'all need to get a grip, bro. Let's see here. Let's go to some other comments. I saw some wild ones here. I'm not gonna go too deep in this. Playing as a black samurai in Japan be like objective, blend in, difficulty, impossible. Okay, we blend in with the crowd. Says the 6'3" black man in the middle of feudal Japan. Game set in Italy. Play as Italian. Game set. Okay, whatever. I think a lot of people obviously they are upset because there's a black samurai in Assassin's Creed in feudal Japan. And I get it. Like I think I understand that where y'all are coming from. I understand that y'all would rather have a Asian samurai and Asian Assassin's Creed. But let's think about this for a minute, because like there are a bunch of Asian MCs or Japanese MCs in video games. Like legit, like there are a ton of them, right? One of the ones I'm thinking about that I'm gonna end up playing is Ghost of Tsushima, right? Like if you don't want to play this that's coming out, play that. Like, and there's another samurai game that I can't think of right now. There are tons of games like this, and yet y'all are so upset. And some people are like, "Oh, I wanted to be represented," and I'm like, you have tons of other games, right? And this is even me saying that, oh, like get over it. Like, I understand you may be a mad, excited fan about this, right? But one of the things that I think is okay, and I don't think it doesn't promote this like weird woke agenda that y'all like have hijacked and taken as your own, because woke doesn't mean what y'all are saying, right? Like there are tons of different games like that, right? But this black samurai, right? Yasuke, the black samurai, he was real in feudal Japan. Like what are we like? Are y'all upset? Like, and the crazy thing is, right? I saw some comments of people saying that, oh, like they're like, this is impossible or dang near impossible. And even if it was, he was only a retainer. What is a retainer? What is a retainer? Like, all right, but let's get into our bag of just information, because y'all are crazy. Okay, I'm gonna read a couple articles here. One by IGN. I don't know how IGN, a game, John. Like, I don't know how trusted a resource y'all think they are. But let's read a couple. Let's read an article from them. IGN says, "Let's not pretend we're mad. The new Assassin's Creed Shadows samurai isn't Asian." Y'all not upset. Y'all just want to be upset at something just so y'all could talk to each other and just be weird. Like, presentation in Western games is severely lacking. I find it hypocritical and laughable that we're only talking about the need for an Asian protagonist now that it's been revealed Assassin's Creed Shadows will star a black samurai and an Asian woman, right? A Japanese Asian woman. This misses the forest for the trees. While I am always advocating for more Asian men in AAA games, I'll be the first to say that better representation isn't going to be found in yet another samurai hero. Okay, Ubisoft deciding to focus on Yasuke, a known historical figure, is a smart move. An Assassin's Creed game set in Japan that otherwise would have been frankly hard to distinguish from some other recent open world samurai games. And if I wanted to see an Asian samurai protagonist, I don't have to look very hard. Asian samurai protagonists are a path already well trodden. There's Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Katana Zero. Katana Zero is a great game. Katana Zero is an amazing game. I love that. I love that game. Like a Dragon, Inshin, Samurai Warriors, Rise of the Ronin, Onimusha, Way of the Samurai, Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, so there's a bunch of like, y'all literally have a bunch of games like this, but because there's one game that doesn't have, like, you know, your weeb otaku Asian, like, y'all are just weird, bro. Like, yo, I hate sometimes when this happens, because like it automatically assumes that these gaming people or anime industries or whatever are just wanting to be woke because they have a black character, where it's like, I could understand like it being weird if in like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, right? In like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, there was a black Viking, and maybe there was, I don't know, but that would be weird to me. I'm like, okay, why is this in here, right? But for this, right, the fact that there actually was a black samurai that existed, why is this such a problem? Like, the fact that there was a black samurai that was actually pretty well respected by Oda Nobunaga, which we're gonna get into that a little bit. Why is it so hard for y'all to accept that this was a reality and an actual historical thing, right? And let's not like this retainer nonsense, right? Let's just, you know, a quick Google search will serve us some good. And let's go to Kiora. Okay. Let's go to this first one, because like I don't need to go that deep in this, but retainer isn't just a word in samurai culture, and it means the same thing as it does in Western culture. A retainer is a person who retains the throne, keeping it safe while the lord is away. The closest thing to it in a relevant pop culture example is the hand of the king in the Game of Thrones. They basically serve the king without aspirations to kingship. In the context of samurai culture, retainers were often used to secure a clan's future in case the daimyo died, which was very likely in the war-torn times of Sengoku Jida. They usually protected the heirs until they came of age, which means they were also regents of sorts. They were often very loyal to the point of preferring self-sacrifice over dishonor. Tomoe Hideyoshi was Oda Nobunaga's retainer, and Tokugawa Ieyasu was Hideyoshi's retainer. They fought to preserve the clans of their lords, but eventually gained power themselves. Okay, so a retainer is a samurai. Like, why? Like, I don't understand why people are trying to throw this word in there as if like they kind of don't mean the same thing. Like, it's like someone being in the military and saying you're not really in the military because you didn't fight overseas. Like, I don't think y'all would pull that equivalent. I don't think y'all would even say that, right? Y'all would be wild to say something like that. But the fact that y'all are just like so upset about this, I'm not going, like, I know a lot of people, a lot of creators, black creators, not black creators, but a lot of creators would go to say like, oh, y'all are being racist. I'm not gonna go that far, which even though I may feel that way, I'm not gonna call people that may watch this that come across as that disagree with me racist. But I will say that y'all need Jesus, because this should not upset you. Like, it shouldn't. It really shouldn't. It's like, and on top of that, it's a game, right? If like if you are a grown man, and I understand, like, yes, it's okay to be upset about some things. Like, I think it's okay to be upset about some things, right? But I think within reason, without having to demean people. In which I think when you are saying like, oh, it's impossible for this to be the thing because like there were no black people in Japan during that time. There were. even before Yasuke even got there, right? But whatever, right? Let's go into the historical background of Yasuke, right? There, let's see here. Okay. Nope, I want to be that way. Okay. All right. Yasuke. Who was Yasuke? Was Yasuke just some person that didn't exist? Was Yasuke just someone that is just a figment of people's imaginations, and that he was just, no one? What was he, just a person thrown into Japanese history because they needed inclusion? I don't think that's the case, right? So who's Yasuke? Yasuke was a black samurai who served the daimyo Oda Nobunaga in Japan during the Sengoku period. He was the first known foreigner to achieve samurai status. Much about Yasuke is unknown. His birth name is unknown. The date of his birth is unknown, though many estimate points to the 1550s. While he is known to have been from Africa, the exact location of his birth is unknown. Historians speculate that he may have been born in what is today Ethiopia, Mozambique, or South Sudan. Citing evidence connected to his name, his physical appearance as described by his contemporaries, trade relationships among Japan, Europe, and Africa, and other factors, it is unknown whether Yasuke was enslaved and transported from Africa. It is possible, according to some historians, that he may have left Africa as a mercenary. What is known definitively, meaning that historians, scholars, they all agree that this is the case, is that Yasuke arrived in Japan in 1579 with an Italian Jesuit missionary, Alessandro Bellignano. I don't know how you say his name. Possibly as Bellignano's bodyguard. It is not known, however, whether Yasuke was enslaved or free at that time. In 1581, I'm just calling B. B and Yasuke traveled to Kyoto, where they met Oda Nobunaga, a powerful daimyo who was seeking to unify a Japan divided by several warlords. According to a contemporary account, Nobunaga was stunned by Yasuke's appearance, by both his height and his skin color, as recorded in the diary of samurai Matsuri Ietada. His height was 6 shaku 2 sun, roughly 6 feet 2 inches. He was black and his skin was charcoal. Yasuke would have towered over the average Japanese person of that era. The majority of Japanese people, including Nobunaga, had never seen a black man. Upon meeting Nobunaga, Yasuke was reportedly stripped and scrubbed, as Nobunaga believed that his skin was dirty. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, you didn't see a black person before. And it's crazy that, like, they were, like, shocked. They were shocked that there was a black person, because of the first person that black person they ever seen, right? But, like, they were curious. Right, and I think, I've heard of, there's some instances for sure, but I've heard of some black people going to Japan and people were just, like, curious. And so it's not like anything that deep, right? But Yasuke immediately gained Nobunaga's favor. Historians assume that Yasuke knew Japanese well enough to have a conversation with Nobunaga, and they also believe that he quickly proved to Nobunaga his skills as a soldier. Soon after their first meeting, Nobunaga granted Yasuke his Japanese name, accepted him into his service, and made him the first recorded foreigner to receive the title of samurai. Yasuke was also one of the few people who dined with Nobunaga, which demonstrated the closeness of their relationship. So people are upset that Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed, would have this black samurai character when in Japan's own history there was a black person who served in the title realm of samurai, and he had a close relationship to Nobunaga, which makes him probably more significant than most of the samurai of Asian descent at that time, because of the significance of the status of closeness that he had with Nobunaga. So it's like, having this game isn't a reach at all. Like, having this game, right? Having this fictional game is not a reach at all. So, like, I feel like y'all just want to be mad at something. Like, I feel like the otakus, right? The weebs that glorify and romanticize Japanese culture want to see Japan as pure and beautiful as anything else, right? And that like having something that's not purely Japanese is a threat. Whereas in like, I don't think they didn't see it that way. They viewed him as an asset. So like, I feel like y'all need to get a grip. Y'all need to grow up, because like it's a video game, and it's like, if you don't like it, play Ghost of Tsushima. Like I got that John downloaded, so I'm gonna play that John. But to be honest, I don't even know if I'm gonna play Assassin's Creed, just because I haven't taken a gander at the franchise. But in support of this character having some great hair, I might just get that John. Oh my goodness, y'all are crazy, bro. As samurai, Yasuke would have fought in several battles for Nobunaga, though the exact number is unknown. His service to Nobunaga was, however, short. Yasuke was present at Hono Temple in Kyoto in 1582, only about a year after they met, when Nobunaga was portrayed by General Akishi Mitsude. With defeat, a foregone conclusion, Nobunaga committed seppuku, a form of ritual suicide, in order to control his own death and protect his honor. Okay, sad. That's very sad. But yep, like it baffles me. Like, and it's crazy. There's more educated creators that are making content on this, and I goaded them, right? But like, you're all so upset, and y'all need to get it together, because it's just a game. The only people, like, in fact, that like this isn't a woke agenda when you're pulling from historical resources, right? And so like, I think it's only considered woke because of our climate right now, of people using the word woke for it and not even knowing with originality or understanding of what the term actually means. Like, woke for the African American person, especially back in the day when the term came about, was being aware to the racial injustice around us. Like, you needed to be aware of your surroundings, the people that like don't want to see you flourish, that don't want to see your good, that do want to harm you, that want, like, these, like, the systems, the people back in that time were not for Black people. That's why the word woke came about. Stay woke, my brother. That's where that word is. That's what that word is about. Don't let these people fool you into thinking that they're that you're their friend, because they're not. Most likely they're out to harm you. I don't believe that now, but I do hold to that original meaning. And so, like, the fact that people are using this word and taking it and just throwing it and saying that everything is woke, y'all are crazy. In the Christian definition, right? Being woke, being aware of the spiritual, being aware of our spiritual state as sinners, right? As being people who are condemned before a holy God because of our sin. God, in his mercy and grace and love towards us, demonstrated his own love to us while we were still sinners. Christ died for us. That's Romans 5:8, right? Ephesians 2 says, "We are for us by grace we've been saved through faith, and not of your own doing, but it's a gift of God, so that no one should boast," right? Like, we were enslaved to principalities and darkness, and yet God came and saved us. And so, in that, being aware that, hey, everyone's broken, everyone's a sinner. And so that's how I would use the word woke, for sure. But y'all need to get it together. Let me see it. I have some other things here. Okay, Assassin's Creed Shadows is already being branded woke, and we're so tired of it. So it's by Emily Chuddy. This is Pink News. And she says the new video game Assassin's Creed Shadows has already been labeled woke by right-wingers. Yeah, we're exhausted too. The trailer for the new game, which dropped on Wednesday, was immediately set upon by conservatives trolls over its main characters, Yasuke, historically considered Japan's first black samurai and now a female shinobi or ninja. Were there ever female shinobis? Maybe. I don't know. I should look that up right now. I'm gonna look. And the fact that Google has its AI, John, I don't know how I feel about this, but they got it right. So I just usually read the AI and I go down to here. It says, yes, were there ever female shinobis? Yes, female shinobis are known as konnichiwa, which is Japanese konichi. I don't know. Konichi, which is a Japanese term that translates to woman. The term was popularized by novelist Yamamoto Futuro in his 1964 novel Ninpo Hakkaden. Konichi are female ninjas who are trained in the same arts as their male counterparts and are known for being sneakier agents who can gather secrets or complete missions in places where male ninjas can't go. They were also known for seducing their enemies with beauty and sexual prowess. So like, what do we say to this? Like, I don't think people are as mad about like the female ninja being in the game, right? They're definitely mad at this black samurai being there, but like this game most likely is probably the most historically accurate game for Assassin's Creed. Maybe there's more. I don't know. I don't play Assassin's Creed like that. But y'all you're not gonna be mad at that? Which I don't think you should be, because it's historically accurate. Black Yasuke, the black samurai, historically accurate, had a significant position, prominent position. Why are we upset? And like, it's really, I think it's really showing your bias. Like, and I don't know whose comedies, I don't know these comments for Can It Paint, but I think it's showing people's bias in this. I think it's showing people's bias that they prefer the romanticized version of Japan, and they don't want anything to taint it. That's what that's showing. Okay, new video game Assassin's Creed has already been labeled woke by right wingers. Yeah, we're also true. The trailer for the new game, which dropped on Wednesday, was immediately set upon by conservative trolls over its main characters. Yasuke, historically considered Japan's first black samurai, and Neo, a female shinobi or ninja. The trailer showed part of the backstory of the two protagonists, and conservatives were furious to find out the game will center around a woman and a black man. Most of the social media outrage concerned Yasuke, who, despite being based on a key figure in Japanese history, has led to some claiming incorrectly that a black character wouldn't be historically accurate for the time. Dang. Yo, it's crazy that, like, disparate agendas, y'all are willing to just ignore history. It'd be like that. I understand. A lot of fans have defended the trailer, noting that even if Yasuke weren't historically accurate, the game is hardly sticking originally to reality, given that it contains mythical creatures. Where the dragons at? Like, where the mythical dragons in the show? Where's people getting powers? Like, this isn't reality. That's not reality. Like, and we're upset about it because we are weird. Okay, there's Twitter X. I really hope a bunch of idiots don't start complaining about historical accuracy to hide their thinly veiled racism in a game series that had a magic pope in it. Bigots are upset, calling for historical accuracy. Hey, wife. Can you hear me? Hello. My wife just came home. That means I should be getting off soon. But Assassin's Creed is not the only thing bigots have tried to brand woke recently, with TV shows, beer adverts, and Lego games all being criticized for being too diverse, anti-trans, and okay, not gonna go over that. All right, well, I guess that's it. Okay, that's it. I don't know. That's all I got. I just wanted to talk about this with y'all. I figured it'd be good content, but let me know what you think of this game. Is it weird that Assassin's Creed is doing this? Are you excited for the game? Will you be playing it? I might play it just to see how it is. And then if the game is bad, y'all could just say that the game is bad instead of just saying that the game is bad because of a historical, or because of a black samurai, because like that, I don't think that will affect the game at all. So let me know what you think. like, comment, and subscribe. Look at my other content that isn't game related, but it is anime related. And it seeks to point people to Jesus. And so, yeah, let me know what you think. Cool. I'll catch you later.